The American President Donald Trump has reiterated that he wants to take over Greenland and make it a part of the United States of America. This after Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has urged Donald Trump to stop the threats to annex the semi-autonomous Danish territory. Now, speaking to the press, the United States President said, and I quote, "We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security." Now, Trump's renewed desire to take over Greenland has come just days after the American Special Forces captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife from the presidential palace in Caracas. Now, Trump first expressed his interest in buying Greenland from Denmark in 2019, but this was rebuffed. In an interview with CNN, Trump's political advisor and top aide, Stephen Miller, asserted that Greenland rightfully belongs to the United States of America and that the Trump administration could in fact seize the semi-autonomous Danish territory if it wanted to. Now, earlier, his wife, Katie Miller, had posted a picture of the American flag covering Greenland on the social media platform X and had captioned the photograph with the word "pretty soon." On the other hand, the American Senator Bernie Sanders has spoken out against Trump. Sanders has condemned the Trump's capture of Nicolas Maduro and the American CIA and military action inside Venezuela. He's also called out, quote, American imperialism and has listed it as the reasons amongst as to why he thinks Trump's Venezuela operation is very, very wrong. In a press conference, Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen has said that the notion of American control over the island is nothing but a fantasy. Now, furthermore, Nielsen has called for renewed talks with the United States as he is urged against panic after Trump's renewed annexation threats.
I believe that President Trump's comments constitute threats toward the Danes and our society. This is not something we appreciate. It is not acceptable in the civilized world, in fact.
Meanwhile, the Danish Prime Minister Frederiksen has said that Trump's desires to acquire Greenland must be taken very seriously. Frederiksen has cautioned that if Trump were to attack the Danish territory of Greenland, this will mean the end of the NATO military alliance. Now, Frederiksen also warned that any American move to take Greenland by force will destroy 80 years of transatlantic security links.
Firstly, I believe that the American president should be taken seriously when he says that he wants Greenland. But I also want to make it clear that if the United States chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops. That is, including our NATO and thus the security that has been provided since the end of the Second World War.
All right, now, Greenland is a vast island in the Arctic. It has a population of just 57,000 people and has extensive self-government since 1979. But Greenland's defense and foreign policy remains in Denmark's jurisdiction. Trump has repeatedly raised the prospects of Greenland becoming a part of American territory. Now, he cited Greenland's strategic location for defense purposes and also its mineral wealth. While most Greenlanders favor eventual independence from Denmark, opinion polls show overwhelming opposition to becoming part of the United States. All right, now, earlier we spoke with Ms. Anne Elizabeth Moutet. She's in fact a columnist for the London Telegraph who specializes in international affairs. Listen to what she had to say.
I think the Danish Prime Minister certainly is right to be concerned about it, because just saying it is destabilizing for both Denmark, the European Union, and even NATO. I would worry a bit less that it actually can happen, because whereas the Maduro operation is a limited operation, which was surgical, it was getting Maduro, putting him on a plane, getting him out. Conquering Greenland is an entirely different proposition, and the Maduro operation took months and months and months of preparation, and I don't think there's anything going on Denmark, because we would know about this.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.